All right, everybody, welcome back to Salt City Counseling. I've lost track how many times I've actually tried to record this video. I keep having technical difficulties, mostly problems with my audio. I think my mic is working, then I'll record a video, and then I'll play the video, and then it sounds like crap. Anyways, so the title of this video is about how to help get your kids to listen to you better, or to improve how much your teenager actually listens to you. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that is a little bit clickbaity. I will get to that. That's at the end, okay? This video is actually about how parents need to do a better job with listening. If you want a good relationship with your teenagers, you need to do better at listening, okay? Now, nothing personal against parents or particular parents or anyone specifically, nothing personal. Probably 99% of people are not good listeners. It's actually amazing what you can learn just from good listening. It's really quite astounding, quite amazing what you learn, what you observe, what you see, what you pick up just from good reflective listening. And before I get into the rest of this and how to help you get your kids to listen to you better, and in this parenting pro tip, go check out my other channel, wisdomandbrews.com. If you like my content, obviously subscribe to my channel. You can really help me out too by hitting the tip jar. Man, I'm struggling to articulate my words. Hit the tip jar, please. And for those of you that have already donated, thank you so much. So appreciated. It will help me keep the content like this moving. This and other content. Let's see. Any other bit of business? If you want to ask me a question, therapy related, counseling related, parenting, high conflict types, personality disorders, scottc at saltcitycounseling.com. You will remain anonymous, but you can do that if you would like. So let's get into the rest of this. And when parenting pro, if you want to be a parenting pro, good listening is a absolute must. Now, because I work a lot with teenagers, I have for nearly 20 years. There's a huge concern with teen suicide. Now, there was a big concern pre-COVID. It's one of the things that I harped on a lot. It's been very frustrating and very challenging, frankly, to see a number of people who don't really seem to take it that seriously. And, if your kid dies from suicide, it's too late to take it seriously. The people that I've found that have taken it the most seriously have lost a kid to suicide. For the most part, and I've talked about this in other videos, even if the kid is suicidal, parents complain to me about grades. Kids drafting suicide notes, and the parents are like, what are you going to do about that C+ in English? But because we've seen recently the suicide rates go up, I'm frankly not surprised. I was sort of expecting this. Both adults and teenagers, their suicide rates are going up. Suicide kills way more teenagers than COVID does. Way more. I mean, it's not even close. You can't even compare the two. So there's more. It's now more important now than ever to take this seriously and dedicate yourself to parenting in such a way that so you have a good relationship with your kids, so that you're approachable, so that they come and talk to you. If they're feeling suicidal, they'll open up to you and you can actually help them. And it starts, honestly, with really good listening. So here's usually what happens. This is usually what I see with parents, right? Kiddo comes home from school and he or she seems really down, and they go, hey, how you doing? And the kid goes, fine. And then the parent's like, oh, good, my turn, right? Their brain is like, woohoo! It's my turn to talk. And the parents will yammer on about them and just talk. And the kid just tunes them out. And then the parents wonder why the kid doesn't come talk to them. The parent wonders why the kid isolates in their room. So you talk too much. I work with great parents. I love the parents that I work with. I know there are amazing parents out there. You talk too much. You just do. I'm sorry. You talk way too much. Okay? So as a therapist, I really believe that I'm pretty good at what I do. I really get results when people are dialed into the process. They're dedicated to making some changes, trying some new tools, trying some new approaches and tactics, and I can get that family dialed in. It's a really good thing. I can usually get results. Kids listen to me. Kids take my advice. Kids follow through with the things I challenge them with. I will tell kids things, and the parents go, I've told them that 1,000 times. And they listen to you, but the truth is, kids listen to me for one primary reason, and this is what I'm going to get to in terms of getting your kids to listen to you. Kids listen to me because I listen to them first. And so, again, this is how it usually goes, where they go, hey, kiddo, how's it going? The kid goes, fine. And the parent's like, yay, my turn. And they just start talking away. Now, here's what you need to do instead. Hey, kiddo, how's it going? Fine. Okay? This is what you need to do. You need to zip your lip. You don't listen with your mouth. Too many parents try to listen with this thing. It doesn't work. You don't listen with your mouth, okay? But you listen with your ears, okay? You ask them, how's it going, kiddo? Fine. And I like to pause. Just let the silence hang. Count a 5, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Often, before I get to the end of that count, the kiddo will start talking again and volunteer more information. We want the kid to volunteer information. That's a good thing. They will tell us the things that they want people to know, or the thing that's bothering them the most will come out of their mouth, or at least an indicator. Okay? If you get to the 5 count, ask them another question. You sure? You seem kind of down. You okay? You seem kind of down. Are you okay? Are you sure? Another count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Give it a count, okay? And if the kid starts talking and volunteering information, and the kid goes, "Oh, the kids at school are mean," or whatever, right? This is still not permission. This is not green light for you to keep using this some more. Stop telling kids how to think, how to feel, and what to do. That makes you unapproachable. They're not going to want to talk to you if all you do is tell them how to think, how to feel, and what to do. They need to be listened to, they need to be understood, and they need to be validated, okay? So another one of my parenting pro tips is validation. That'll be in a different video. If you want to see that video, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it'll come down the pipe. But for this point, it's like ask a question, pause, okay? Validate. That sounds so frustrating. This is some examples of validation. I'm sorry that happened. That sounds really frustrating. That's too bad because you're a good kid and you deserve respect. And I may not like your decisions, but I sure like you. Bad decisions doesn't mean that you're bad, but you're a great kid. I'm really glad that you are my child. Okay? It takes almost no time to validate the kids, and it's really one of their psychological needs. Okay? Validate, validate, validate. Too many parents are like, tell them what to do, tell them what to do, tell them what to do. This much of telling them what to do, you can't even see my hands. This much of it, of telling them what to do, is worth far less than this much validation. You'll get way further with this much validation. So I listen, I understand. I reflect back to them. Like, oh, so it sounds like it feels kind of lonely to sit by yourself at lunch. Yeah, Oh, they understand. Listen, pause, ask questions, understand, reflect back. Validate. It's simple. Reflective and active listening is simple. Number 1, zip your lip. You don't listen with your mouth. I'm going to keep saying it, man. Okay? And here's the thing, too. Sometimes I've had parents that, they come back. I tried what you said to do. It didn't work. And it's like, well, you've been doing the one thing for how many years? And you do it, once or twice, and it didn't work, and now I'm wrong. And so you go back to what's not working. It's going to take time to change things. You might have to do this consistently for at least a couple of weeks. You have to be persistent. To me, the parents that give up, they're making it about them. They're not really that invested in their kid. Kids can pick that up. If they feel like you're doing this so that you can feel better about yourself, forget it. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen, but sometimes the parents come back and they go, yeah, we tried, it didn't work, you were wrong. And it's like, what, you did it twice? And it sounds like you're more so invested in being right than you are actually doing what works. But if you realize that you've had a prolonged history of this, of listening with your mouth, telling the kid how to think, how to feel, how to act without listening, without validating, then there's a lot of ground to be gained in approaching the kid and saying, hey, listen, I've been thinking about this, and I realized I haven't been a good listener, and I'm really sorry. I'm committed to do better, just so you know. Kids respect parents that will take ownership, apologize, and change. If you want a good relationship with your kid, you have to have those dynamics. I had 2 parents. One of them did all those things, and one of them did not. Which parent do you think I had a great relationship with, even to this day? And which one do you think I was not sad when they died? I mean, that's harsh, I know, but I'm just being honest. Okay, so the last part of this is like I said in the title, how to get your kids to listen to you. By listening to them first. You want a kid to listen to you? Listen to them. Your kid will do the behaviors that you want them to do if you do that behavior first. You can't wait for them to do that behavior first before you decide to do it. You're the parent. You got to set the tone. You have to play the lead role. You've got to do that behavior first. If you don't listen to them, they're not going to listen to you. If you're dishonest, they're going to be dishonest. Like, I hear this from parents where they're like, I'm tired of my kid's dishonesty. And then I find out how dishonest the parents are. Or I'm tired of how disrespectful my kid is. I'm tired of the disrespect. And I find out how disrespectful the parent is. It's like your kids are you can't expect your kid to be something that you're not, right? If your kid is a bad listener and it turns out you're a bad listener, you can't expect your kid to be a good listener, right? So the way that you get your kids to listen to you is to listen to them first and mean it. and don't BS it. Your kids can see through the BS, man. They can tell when you're just doing it for personal gain. And then that hurts things even more. If you really, really invested in your kid, you're going to learn to listen to them, okay? There's tons of material out there on active listening and reflective listening and just good listening. Get to it. There's your parenting pro tip of the week. Good and active listening. Learn it, do it, see the results. Thanks for watching. This is not my coffee. This is my... See you next time.